I'm Weiland, and I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever written something that didn't quite make sense? There was a little lapse of logic in a character's actions or in the factual representation of something because, hey, you need to jiggle it just a little in order to make the story run smoother. No problem there, really. We are writing fiction after all. But then, have you ever gone out of your way to pretend that lapse never happened? Because if you never acknowledge it, then maybe readers won't even pick up on it, right? I'll venture we've all done this from time to time. The bare truth of the matter is fiction is doggone complicated, and sometimes it's not only difficult to get everything to make sense, sometimes it's downright impossible. So in situations like this, we're faced with two possible reactions. To begin with, we can do what we already talked about and ignore the elephant in the room. And depending on how blatant the lapse or how knowledgeable readers are about your subject matter, it's very true they may never even pick up on it. But I gotta tell you, that's a dangerous gamble. Readers are not dumb, or at least I hope they're not, because after all, what kind of writer wants to attract a dumb audience? Chances are good readers are gonna see that elephant whether you acknowledge it or not. So this is where the second of our possible reactions comes into play. More often than not, we are gonna look a whole lot smarter if we're honest with our readers. If we can acknowledge up front that something doesn't quite make sense, thereby allowing the characters to verbalize what the readers are probably already thinking, we can, further suspension of disbelief, very possibly come up with an explanation that smooths that lapse of logic, and most importantly of all, keep our readers from thinking we're the idiots because we seem to have totally missed this gaping plot hole. So here's to being honest and looking smart.